Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we have a special treat in store today. We have Terrell and Jarius from Atlanta, two gay dads. How you guys doing?
We're good. How are
Good,
you?
good. How are you?
Really good. It's so good to connect with you here finally. We've chatted by phone and I've followed a lot of your work on various social media, and you guys have just done an amazing job since even between the last time we spoke.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We
Thank you. We
appreciate
appreciate it. Yeah.
it.
But yeah, tell us. I mean, what's interesting is that at first people would probably think, oh, they're influencers. But in today's terms, especially with the way things have evolved, content creators becomes even a stronger word. I mean, how would you guys kind of define yourself and the work you do?
Yeah, so I definitely think content creators would fit us better, mainly because the content that we create and what we put out on social media is meant to inspire others, not necessarily influence. So we're kind of just showing them, our life and our journey and how dreams do come true is kind of like our slogan,
Yeah.
and just kind of how we're normalizing same-sex parenting. And just being a part of the LGBTQ plus community in general. So definitely like the term content creators better.
Yeah. I feel like with the term influencer, to me, what I think about is just someone who has a lot of followers who you're able to, just work with brands to promote products and stuff like that. But it's another thing to be conscious about the content that you're creating, and to really be at a place to where you can use your platform that you've built up to create the environment that you want to live in today.
Yeah, yeah. No, but what's interesting is just you know, in general, ever since March, the quarantine kicks in, the pandemic starts, and things of business for most media companies just kind of fell right off a cliff. And I know things have kind
Yeah.
of started to pick up in June. For we've even had a variety of clients that have kind of come back, in the last May and June. But you guys are just like knocking it out of the park. I was looking at. I mean, you did a Oreo campaign with P Flag, and then you had eyewear and diapers. I mean, I would almost think, suffice to say, you guys are probably some of the most successful content creators in the LGBT space at this time.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
That really does mean a lot because I think, we work very hard, and I think when you do it for the right reasons, good things come to you. But we have been super fortunate to be able to work very well
With some amazing
with
brands
brands.
and
Yeah.
companies that also align with our values too, which I think is important. I think it says something to not just, you know, be a media stunt or just work with the brand just because they're paying, but all, some that actually share the same values and actually have shown support consistently for our communities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I love that. And but the big breakout that I would say you guys have really had is that TikTok. I was like, when I was going through, I was looking at you on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and then I'm like, oh my God, TikTok is out of control.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It took us by a whirlwind. Also, we had. It's funny because we had just went to playlist in February,
Yep.
end of February, and it was filled with TikTokers. And so, as YouTubers, this was our second year going, and we felt like, geez, like it seems like it's just a TikTok crowd. And
Yeah.
we made our second TikTok while we were there. We had an account, never posted on it. We made our second TikTok there and just started becoming more consistent. But I felt like it was the teens. I was like, oh, this is like a teen app. Like you got to do all these dances. We have two kids. Nobody's gonna want to see us.
Yeah.
And we like put a spin on it. We started to just share our story because it is a different market with teenagers who may not be too familiar with same-sex parenting or how two dads can have kids. And
Yeah.
it just kind of took off. So we've been very fortunate with TikTok.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy to see that in 4 months you've amassed 900,000 followers. Like it's just completely insane. And like Terrell was saying, like we get a chance to really take an audience who primarily doesn't know a lot about same-sex parenting, and we
Yeah.
get to make them laugh but also educate them at the same time of what it's like to walk in our shoes, and to see the response of how people even think differently about how same-sex couples can have kids. Like it's
Yeah.
just been amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been incredible to see that growth in 4 months.
Well, but it's not just that, but then TikTok had you as part of their hashtag My Pride, and I
That
saw
was
some
amazing.
stuff you guys did where you teamed up with Olivia Has Two Moms as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Was that something TikTok approached you for and said, "Hey, you guys have got a great following. Let's work together"?
Yeah, so well, one, Team Two Moms are like our big sisters. We love them, and so we've had a long-standing relationship. And so now it's funny because now whenever we do campaigns, we almost always know that they're on it too because they're like our counterparts. And so TikTok did, approach us, just with the content that we were creating. I don't necessarily know if it had to do with a ton of followers, but I think it was just the impact that they saw that we were having, because we were still growing at that time. But it was amazing. They had the My Pride celebration. We had a chance to go live, which peaked at how many people? It was like a ton of
between
people.
15 to 20,000 people
And,
was in the live.
in a live. So a little bit of anxiety built up during that. But it was amazing, and it definitely yielded great results. So we definitely thank them for that opportunity.
Yeah.
I really like that. I loved watching that, and kind of. But the flip side or the reverse of all that is that this is Pride Month 2020 has probably been the strangest Pride Month. Well, especially coming off of World Pride in New York last year, and so now we've got a pandemic and quarantine and then protests, and like that must have impacted you guys as well.
Yeah, I definitely think it did. Jarius to take this one, but we made a post about being a part of two oppressed communities. So we're we're African American and we're part of the LGBTQ plus community. So for it to both happen during Pride Month on top of the pandemic with COVID-19, it's just been a lot. But I think that we use that opportunity to educate people more.
Yeah, I mean, the sad part or the hard part about this Pride was just that our focus had to be elsewhere, whereas it would normally be to just celebrate just being our authentic selves and to embrace the younger generations that's coming in and that's opening up their lives to try to bring about positivity. And this year we had to put our focus elsewhere, but I think we did a really good job, or we tried to at least like to do a really good job of balancing both, because both are equally important. And it's good that we do have the recognition from the LGBTQ community to try to boost us and elevate us, because there's still a lot of work to do. But I think we tried our best to do both.
And I think that we took away from that is that it shouldn't be limited to 1 month, right? Like I think Pride should be celebrated throughout the year, because things come up, and we do have to put all of our focus in something. But that doesn't mean that okay, well, when June is over, we're not celebrating Pride anymore. And so that's been the biggest takeaway, and I hope that brands and companies alike,
take heed
recognize that. Yeah.
And that's why I'm wearing my Pride shirt today.
I love that. No, and in some ways I almost feel like that now this video that was kind of the TikTok, it looked like a kind of a compilation of everything you guys had worked on. But I feel like that really encapsulates it. And I'm going to make sure that in the YouTube version, at least of this video, that I'm going to make sure that link to the tweet that had that really nicely summarized, so that everybody can see and sharing that as well. But no, you guys have been an incredible inspiration, and I can't wait until we're back in the real world. Well, I do know that I don't know if you follow much in the world of gay travel, but IGLTA, the International Gay and Lesbian Travel Association, they're having their big convention next year in May in Atlanta. So a bunch of us in the LGBT travel world are going to be descending upon your city. So hopefully we'll have a chance to connect, and if you're interested in that, I can even introduce you to some of the folks that are putting that together.
Okay. We were kind of cutting out a little bit
right at the end,
so we couldn't hear the
ending. Yeah, okay. Sorry. But anyway, what I was saying is that we're all coming down to Atlanta for the IGLTA, the International Gay and Lesbian Travel Convention. It's next year in May, and hopefully we'll all be able to connect in the real world. You'll be able to have a chance to meet a bunch of folks in the LGBT travel world.
Hoping all of this is cleared up. And listen, we love traveling, if you guys didn't notice last year. So, I've been going through a bit of withdrawals. I look at, flights every day of just where I'm going to travel when all this clears up. So we would love to meet you guys.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to be in Rome at this time. We were going to be on the Celebrity Cruises cruise line. They were doing like a Pride cruise ship. for an entire week to celebrate the last week of Pride. So it was pretty much it was a big bummer, but
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to like all the travel to come and getting to reconnect with our community next year.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Well, I'll make sure to connect you up, and it'd be great to be able to have you a part of all that. So, but no, thank you so much for being here with us. And like I said, look forward to connecting here soon.
Thank you so much, Matt.
All
You
right,
have a good one.
it.
Take care now.
All right. Bye-bye.